Hello and welcome to another Skaredcast video. Today we're going to go to a tournament, grand tournament this weekend, and I am taking Necrons! Today's tournament review is a little bit different than what I've done in the past. I am taking Necrons to a grand tournament. About 70 players, capital city clash, and John the Cron provided a lot of the models. Mostly all of them. Let's dive into the list. So I am sad that I'm not running my Drukhari, just as a note, but this is for the World Team Championship. I'm taking Necrons to the Worlds to compete, to represent Canada, and sacrifices have to be made for the team. As always, we go over the list. I go to the event. I'm going to play 6 rounds, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what I learnt about playing a brand new list, in this case, Necrons. And here we have Necrons. Okay, so the list itself, 2,000 points, very simple. 2 Overlords, 2 Techno Monsters, 2 units of 2 Crypto Thralls, 2 units of 10 Lich Guard, a Reanimator, 5 Death Marks, a Hex Mark, or the Glocktopus, a Transcendent Citan with a Sempiternal Weave, 2 units of 5 Flayed Ones, 3 Jet Bikes with a Tesla, 3 Ophidians, and 2 Doomsday Arcs. The list design is to be resilient. These are what we call math bricks, just lots of math. It's very hard to kill these guys, almost impossible. Very hard to kill the Transcendent Citan with Sempiternal Weave. Fire support, scoring support, shenanigans. And shenanigans. Okay. Other than that, I have no idea what this is going to do. I've never played it, and we're going to figure out, we're going to see what happens. I'm very curious to see how it does. Let's get to the event, play 6 games, and come back and tell you how it did. And here we are at the Capital Clash. It's a big hockey arena like you find in Canada. Round number 1, I'm playing Jonathan. This is a rematch from a RTT we did back in the day where I had my Dark Eldar Triple Tantalus and I got to play his Custodes. But we're back better than ever. He's got a big block with a Captain, an Eversor Assassin, Trajan with Wardens, a Blade Champion with another big block of guys, and then in reserve he has 2 units of Tualaris and a Calidus Assassin. I'm playing Necrons! Oh my gosh. I know, we went over the list. Really fun. And yeah, so it's purge the foe, so kill more, hold more. Kill more, hold more. And then this Crucible of Battle with the WTC style terrain. So very heavy stuff. This is really good practice. Let me see how we do. I can't wait to tell you how we're done at the end of the game. Round number 1 against the Custodes. So I was able to like isolate and kill like the 1 unit of 10 first with the Blade Champion, and then Trajan and his Wardens, and then the last unit at 10. It was sort of like a deployment mistake where he deployed the big block over here, and it took him 4 turns to really get into the fight, because I essentially ran away and kind of pushed around this way, and the Lich Guard still alive. Okay, so far, enemy 0, Lich Guard 2, because there's still 2 of them left alive. So let's see what we do as we go into round number 2. It was 19-1, 95 for the Necrons to 50 on Purge the Foe, which is hold 1, hold more, kill 1, kill more, on a very dense table. So, awesome. Let's see how we go into round number 2. Round number 2. I was tired when I started. I played into Guard, lots of Manticores and Basilisks and Sentinels, and I went first, and that was pretty much game, because this objective was gone in the middle, because we're playing game 2, which is vital, and then boom, I was able to put 2 bricks of Lich Guard, and then my Flayed Ones that I put aggressively were able to get in and just tie up some stuff long enough for the Lich Guard to get there. So instead of his Basilisk slowing down my infantry on my line, he slowed them down when I'd already basically got to the halfway point of the board, which then lowered the amount of turns he had to shoot. And then that just kind of cascaded into, being just very hard to kill the Lich Guard. And overall, however, the Guard go first. I think it's a different game. I think the Guard win that one, but it would have been a grind. So yeah, anyway, it's always a grind. It's Lich Guard. Math bricks. Okay, let's go on to food, and then round number 3. Round number 3, playing into Knights. The Knights did go first. The Lich Guard, though, they've been surviving. Good. Just taking hits, just clogging up the works. This board is very interesting. I don't know which medium board this is, but it's like crazy clogged up in the middle for the Knights. They can still move through the areas, but it's very tight. Very interesting. Well, great game against Mike. The knights themselves, because this is hidden supplies, so the objectives, there were 6 of them. I was able to essentially use the Lich Guard once again to just soak up firepower forever. However, one Lich Guard unit has gone down. He was able to kill an entire Lich Guard unit, not the characters, just the Lich Guard, and killed almost everything else. The Transcendent also survived to the end of the game. Ah, what a fun game. Anyway, there's a 100 to 72, which is a 28, so it's like a 15-5 or something like that. So not bad. I put a lot of stuff in reserve. I tested out a few things, used a few CP when I shouldn't have, but other than that, that's okay. We're learning. This table, though, I like this table against Knights a lot. This is the anti-Knight table. Well, one more round for the day, and then food. So let's see what happens. I think now we're in the phase of the tournament where I'm probably going to be playing 1 million Eldar players. Okay, hooray! Round number 4, last of the day. Playing against Eldar. Finally! I guess we couldn't avoid them for too long. I get to play against Zach, who's been with Team Canada, right? So like practicing and doing all that stuff, so it's going to be a good practice. And look at how gorgeous that is. It's like a mother of pearl color. Ah, it's so sexy. Okay, let's go back. It's an avatar and an incarn, which is really cool, actually. Yeah, I like that. Okay, on the same weird, really blocky table, math bricks. Let's see if we can do it. End of round number 4. I did end up taking the win. It's okay, you're fine. It was very, very close. Came to a single save at the end of the game that got me 15 points. And it was against the Eldar. So I did get 72 points to 60. It was very, very close, very, very tight. As you can tell, my voice is completely gone. Wow, what a nuts game. I was so tired that when I got to the hotel, I tried to open my hotel door with my debit card. That's how tired I was. But now it's day 2, and we're here ready to rock and roll again, and I should be playing Eldar again on round number 5. Round 5, and this is round 6. I get to play Will and his Genes of the Cult. I tied the last game 10-10. I was on the winning side of that tie. First time I've ever beat Jason Sparks. Boom. No, actually, that's the lie. I crushed him with old Drukhari back in the day. But final table, boom. We both get golden tickets to the Invitational. I think so, most likely. Hopefully we do. And but no Eldar on the final table. So, F you Eldar players. No, I'm just kidding.
Learn how to play, scrubs.
Learn how, yeah. Yeah, that's right. See, look, other people can win games too. Okay, and then we'll be back after the game. It is play Sites of Power, and let's see what happens. This game is on stream as well as the last one, so make sure you check them out at Tabletop Live. I'll put a link in the description below for the 2 games of day 2, which was the Sunday. And you can watch the games, the whole games, until we flip the table. So end of the game. I did end up winning that game. Will did a huge play where he put 20 Acolytes with demo charges into my big math brick, and 2 Lich Guard lived out of like 1 million attacks. I got really lucky with that. And then because of that, I was able to kind of come back and win the game. Let's go back to the studio. We're back at the studio, and I did okay. It's 2nd place. I ended up... I drew a Jason, who ended up winning 1st place, and took a cool shield home that was made by a blacksmith. But I was on the winning end of that draw, Jason. So we really know who won that event. Other than that, I had a great time. Huge shout out to everybody at Capital Clash that made this possible. Cool trophy as well. Great start to go down to the World Team Championship. Let's dive into the list itself and the things I learned about playing Necrons. We're back with the list. What worked? What didn't work? Let me know down below in the comments how much of a traitor I am for becoming an Overlord, or if you would like to see me do more of these cool tests with different armies. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what list you'd like me to try, what faction, that sort of stuff, and maybe that'll happen sometime. The main core of the list were the 2 Lich Guard bricks. Really, really good. He had the Ablator, which made 1 unit very hard to hit with shooting. The other one was just like my generic 2nd brick. Reanimator, really good. Kept the Lich Guard bricks alive. Multiple times in the event, the Lich Guard would be down to like the 2 characters on 1 model, and by like a couple of turns later, they would be all back again fighting. Absolutely obnoxious unit to fight against. Crazy. I know how it feels, being that I've played John the Cron so many times, and subjecting my opponents to the math bricks was awesome. I must say I had so much fun playing a list that just didn't die. It was great. Transcendent Titan, very cool tech piece, teleports from place to place, and also almost impossible to kill with half damage, 4-up Feel No Pain, reanimation protocols, and a 4-up invuln. Yeah, pretty good. Toughness 11 and 12 wounds. Very, very tough to kill as well. The Flayed ones were probably the unit that surprised me the most with the amount of attacks they have in close combat, and they just shredded infantry. Like, absolutely shredded things that I sent them into. And their infiltrate was quite useful. The 2 Doomsday Arcs, they are probably my MVPs. I really, really like them. They just shoot a lot, and they sit on objectives, and they're big and scary. And then, of course, the Ophidians. This is a little tech piece that I've seen John use. I really like the Ophidians, so I've been using them, and they were quite useful. The Death Marks were okay. You know, sure. I like them, and maybe switch them out for more flayed ones next time. And then, of course, the Gloctopus. Multiple shooting, stuff like that. Still need to learn how to use him a little better because I didn't get the most out of him that I know I could. And the bikes were okay as well for just some scoring, and their shooting was pitiful because I run them with Tesla so they can advance and do actions and stuff like that. All in all, the list cohesion works very, very well, and I cannot wait to try it out at the world stage. And there you have it, folks. A GT with Necrons. Huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom none of this would be possible. It's thanks to the Patreon community I get to go to events and make content. So if you'd like to support the channel, help me make content, the link is in the description below. We have a Patreon Discord where you can hang out with the entire community. It's constantly growing. A huge shout out to all the new members. Thank you so much. You're all amazing. After all, I will have another RTT before going to Europe, and then it's Mechelen in Belgium for the World Team Championship, and that is going to be incredible. Then I'm also going to Tabletop Tactics, where I'm going to be filming with them, and possibly something with Vanguard Tactics when I'm in England after the WTC. However, I will be bringing Drukhari for that. Other than that, thanks all for hanging out with me, and I really appreciate all your support. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Reanimation protocols.